Hello my love, so today we are doing a pick a card reading on messages from your past on loved ones. I think I explain it in every group, but let me go over it really quick. We get evidence in the start of each pile so that you can make sure it is your person to give you that peace of mind. We have 4 piles for you to choose from, group 1, 2, 3 or 4. Pause it here if you need a bit more time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts on the reading and I'll see you at your pile. Alrighty, pile 1, let's get into it. So first I'm going to give you the evidence of who this person is. Please don't force it to fit. There may or may not be someone here for you today. It may not be the person that you're expecting. But yeah, let's get into the evidence so you can work out if this is for you or not. If it doesn't fit, you're welcome to choose another pile or go to another one of the readings. So this is a female. She was older than you. She had a lot of expression in her face. So like the whole like clenched jaw as well, I was getting. Maybe a bit of sighing as well, but like she said a lot with her eyes, and if she was telling you off, you could tell by her facial expression for sure. She may have been quite stern, but it always came from a good place. There's something about sewing, or I think it's sewing, but some kind of craft thing. And she had glasses, like little spectacles. I don't think she wore them all the time. But like if she was doing something and like she would look above her glasses at you. Fine to like medium here. I think it was straight. I think it was straight. But bear in mind that even though we're doing evidence, this is a collective read, so some things will be slightly different. And it's like medium to long length, kind of a light brown color, more on the ashy side. She got a lot of strength from her faith. I don't know if she was religious or not, but whatever she believed in, she got a lot of strength from that. And there's emphasis around saying, I'm proud of you. I didn't say that enough and I should have. So if you can claim 90% of that, stick around. If not, with love, this reading is probably not for you. Okay, so the messages, let's get into it. She sends you 777 to let you know that she is around, or like as breadcrumbs to be like, look over here, like follow this. There's something about a nutshell as well. I couldn't quite get like if that's something she used to do, like crack walnuts open or something, or if that was part of a saying that she would say, like that's it in a nutshell. I'm not quite sure. That should make sense to you. You are very clever. You just need to focus. Easier said than done sometimes, but when you apply yourself and have the diligence, don't underestimate the impact that that can have in your life. And you don't need to rush. She may have written letters as well. There's something significant about her handwriting being very like elegant or fancy. Maybe not the most legible, like easy to read writing, but it was very pretty and all like cursive, like linked together. Cursive? That's not the right word, but like linked together. You were and are very important to her. And there's some significance of the 30s as well. I'm not sure if that's like when she was born, if that's an age. Something about the 30s. But let's pull some cards as well. So first we're going to get a little bit more of her personality for extra confirmation that this is your person. And then we're going to get into some more messages as well. Alrighty, so pile 1. And there's something about the music from the 60s. I don't know if she had a record player or something. Okay. So we have mindfulness coming out. We have discrimination. 3s could definitely be significant as well. And equilibrium. It had this like twinkle in her eye. She didn't tolerate bullshit. I don't think she swore much either. But she was quirky and she was quick-witted. She was funny, but very like prim and proper at the same time. I think you might have brought out more of the like silly side to her as well. And she always got up really early in the morning as well. Like, she got up with the birds. She's got this almost like smug energy. There's something here around like, see, I told you I would get a message to you, or like, you thought you were rid of me, I'll always be there for you. There's something there just on like, she's like, I'm here. It's like you're not surprised to hear from her. You may have even asked her for a sign or something, and she's like, yep, I deliver. She went through a lot of hard things in her life as well, but she always showed kindness to other people. She did not like the cold. She did not like the cold. Okay. What messages do you have for my group ones? Now I have no pain. Cry it out. Song lyrics and messages from me. So there might be a certain song as well that comes on that you know is her. I watch over you. Whenever you think or say my name, I am there. Yeah, a few of you were looking for confirmation. Like, you've talked to her recently and you just want to know that she is there and it's not in your head. It's okay to be angry. I feel like that's not about her passing. There could be an element of that in there, but it's more so there's something you've been like trying to just carry on with and suppress in your life at the moment. You may have been asking her for advice around it. It's okay to feel your feelings. The way that you feel is valid. Okay, that is too many. Let's see. That one. You have nothing to be sorry about. She is so proud of who you are. She is so proud of who you are. Instead of trying to let it go, just let it be. And take time to make your soul happy. Whatever is weighing on your heart, you can talk to her about. You can let her hold space for you. But you need to feel those emotions. Self-healing. Yeah. We also have past life healing coming through. And integration. Nothing is wasted. Take the lessons. One more, please. Message for group one. There we go. Fierce as fuck. I feel like you guys are quite different, but you're also quite similar in a lot of different ways. Yeah. She's definitely older than you. It's all for a reason. It's okay to feel feelings. Like, this message is coming through strong for you guys. And yes, you can. You will be okay. You can achieve anything you want to. That is the messages that I have for you today, my loves. Thank you so much for being here and trusting me with this. Amazing energy. Very, very special. Very grateful to do this. got a lot of like grace and compassion. It's very beautiful energy. Thank you guys so much for being here. Take care. Subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Alrighty, pile 2. So we're going to start off by giving you the evidence to confirm that this is in fact your passed on loved one coming through in this pile. It may not be the person you expect, and it may be that there's no message for you in this reading. You're welcome to check out another reading. Please don't force it to fit. Alrighty. Now, there was a lot of specifics coming through with this person. So there may be some things that don't fit. There were a few things that felt like they were just extra confirmation for a certain person. So with that, if 90% of it fits, then this would be your person coming through. So the first thing that came through, they had an absolute heart of gold, like absolute legend, would have taken the shirt off their back to help anyone. Didn't have much time for people who wouldn't help themselves, but they were very big on giving a hand out, a hand up, not a hand out, right? And they were very hands-on, very hands-on. They might have had like kind of large hands as well. But the song, like they just had a heart of gold, but this song, Heart of Gold, I think it's Neil Diamond. I'm not sure if that's the actual title, but that's the lyric. If you search Heart of Gold lyrics, it'll come up. That could be a significant song for you as well. I'm not sure if I said this, but this is a male, and like a very blokey bloke. It's very male energy. There could be some significance of Lindsay, Peter, or Peter the Rabbit. They loved a good laugh. They loved stirring the pot. Like they were quite the character. Very hands-on. I think they had a physical job, and it was very much a work hard, play hard. They lived life to the fullest. There was no holding this person back, and they were spontaneous. They lived in the moment. There's no one else quite like them. There was no one else quite like them. They were very comfortable within themselves. They loved being out doing things. They highlighted fishing and speedway, but it could just be out doing things in general. There was a chain necklace that they used to wear as well. I believe it was gold. And they were very protective of you. They could actually be on your spirit team now, keeping an eye on you. You might sometimes almost feel their hand on your shoulder. Butterflies are from him. Whenever you see butterflies, that is a sign from them. And it felt actually like you wouldn't be surprised to hear that, whether you've been seeing a lot of butterflies or if you've asked for a sign and you saw butterflies, or there was some sort of memory communication around butterflies, some significance when they were alive. He's almost like, hey mate, like he just wants to have a yarn. He just wants to have a yarn. In connection to their passing, they brought me to the throat. It could have been a lack of oxygen or some sort of illness in the throat. It's like he doesn't really want to talk about the passing. And there's kind of emphasis around that actually on like, I'm not physically here anymore, but do you really think I've gone anywhere? And at the same time, like, you should see the stuff I have seen now. Because obviously they've been off exploring and living life to the fullest on the other side as well. Like they've still got that character. When they were alive, they did lose a lot of friends. There's a lot of sorrow around that, whether that was losing touch with people, stuff happening, or if that was they experienced a lot of people passing on. But they were very much like, we just got on with it. We didn't have time to muck around and feel sad for ourselves. We just got on with it. And we made it work. He would have a crack at anything. And he loved being able to fix things as well. It might have been some like unhinged out-of-pocket ideas, but it was always entertaining. And led to some really cool experiences. No one had a life quite like him. So if all of that is fitting, let's continue on. This was to do with how he lived, but also like what his legacy would be, like the wisdom he wants to pass on. Never let the hardship stop you. If the odds aren't in your favor, it doesn't matter. If you have your back, you'll be just fine. Stay in your lane and keep moving. Oh, sorry, sometimes when I'm channeling, even though I've written the stuff down before recording, my nose gets really itchy. They could have had allergies, I don't know, but this normally happens. And there's significance around the kind of tea that they would drink. And they're just like, just come have a cup of tea with the old boy. I'm not sure if this was a family figure to you. You may have even been the same age. I don't know. I'm not getting specifics around that. But they're just like, come have a yarn. And they had hip pain or a bit of a limp. There's something going on there. Or maybe you do. But they were definitely a free spirit. They didn't let anything hold them back. They defied the odds with something. They defied the odds. Now what they want to tell you as well, pick your battles, do some breath work, and find a way to bring more harmony into your life. And there's a memory connected to mowing the lawns, or maybe you think of them when you're mowing the lawns, and you might just be getting told to go mow your lawns. Such good energy. So let's get a few messages from the cards as well. Is there anything you want to talk about? Yeah, a real blokey bloke. I think there's a certain, I feel like there's a connection to the ocean. Okay, make the best of it, which makes sense. Like, yep, that's very much the energy that I was getting. Finding balance, which is that like harmonious energy. Little by little, be where you are at. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. You're doing great. Okay. What would you say? What would you want to say? Okay, they are all flying out. I have a new understanding. I'm helping from this side. I'm helping you from this side, sorry. I was met by people that love me. Yeah, they experienced a lot of love. Like, they had a lot of people waiting for them, and it was one big party, you best believe it. I had to leave that way. It might have been traumatic, their passing, but it had to happen how it had to happen. Like, they've got peace around it. Now I have no pain. Yeah. And, ooh, I have become one of your guides. So that's that protective energy that I was getting. They are on your spirit team. They watch over you. You are safe. Okay. Anything else? Thank them for their part in your journey. Birds are messengers from me. Breathe in sunlight, get outdoors more. That's what helped this person. And I feel like specifically they're saying it helped with their mental health. Whether you knew that they struggled or not, getting outside is their big recommendation around that. Stand tall. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you've come from and where you've come from. And don't let, like, if people judge you for how you look, or like how much you earn, where you're from, something around that, don't buy into it. Like, we show everyone the same amount of respect until they give us a reason not to. So whether it's the concept of like, he would have the same respect for the janitor and the owner. Like, yeah. Try not to assume anything. Kind of take on, his advice is to take on the energy of, I'm going to find out for myself. I'm going to find out if that thing is possible. I'm going to find out what that person is like. Don't take anything at face value, and don't rely on what other people tell you. You are more than capable. I just got chills on my left leg. This person is just an absolute legend. There may be significance of the color orange as well, or they could be highlighting your sacral. Sacral is to do with creativity, sexuality, passion. It's time to get your spark back. It's like revving an engine. Yeah. That is what I have for you today, my love. I hope that it was helpful and brought you some peace. Thank you so much for letting me do this for you and trusting me with it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. You're welcome to check out some other readings. I also have personal readings and other tools on my website, and I go live on TikTok at least once a week. Hope to see you there. Take care. Bye. Alrighty, pile 3, let's get into it. So we're going to start off by getting the evidence of like who this person was, so you can make sure that it's the person that you know. It may not be the person you're expecting, and there won't always be someone for you in these readings, so don't force it to fit. If it doesn't fit, you're welcome to check out another pile or go look at another one of my readings. But let's get into it. First off, okay, let me just get rid of that. The first thing I saw was a fluffy cat. So I don't know if this person had a cat, but it could also just be the like playful energy. It was kind of like the full energy if you're familiar with tarot. So that's all about like young, playful, quirky, goofy, stand out in a crowd, confident, unique, like kind of playful. So could have done pranks as well. Just like a silly goose, you know, like they were just here to have fun. Very inclusive energy as well. Very strong values, a lot of integrity, stood up for the underdog, and they sat with very open body language. So like they took up space and they weren't afraid to. So they may have like had their arms out like on the back of a couch kind of thing, or like their legs far apart. They just like sprawled out. They took up space. They didn't care. And they may have also had physical touch as their love language. There's significance of Harry Potter as well. And they sort of had this philosophy of dream it, do it, like make it happen. And they loved making people laugh. I didn't get a lot appearance wise. And normally I get quite a strong female or male. I didn't with this person, so maybe there's a few different people coming through in this one. They were younger, and they showed me mountains. So the mountains could have some specific meaning, but it's also to do with like they were stubborn, they were very grounded, kind of stoic. And I feel like they were always doing something for someone, or they were easily distracted, always on the go. They were loud, friendly, boisterous. They were a leader of sorts, but they didn't like the responsibility. Interesting. I just saw them on my left. So normally when they come on my left side, that is a male. They also had a high pain tolerance, and they didn't like slowing down. Now here's where I got two very distinct different messages. Or maybe it comes together and makes sense for you, but I think it'll be one of the two. So either they were on medicine for a long time, and they just went to sleep peacefully, but they were quite young. And both of these ones, like this person is young. It was very short-lived. Or there was an unexpected car accident where it was caused because someone fell asleep. One of those two scenarios is what we're working with. So again, don't force it to fit. But if that makes sense for you, stick around. We're going to get into some messages. That almost like, ha 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 ha, like, is that kind of like playful, you know, Nelson from The Simpsons? I don't know why it's giving me that, but it's like very kind at the same time. Always out in nature. Might be significance of Peter Pan, or like that kind of energy, of like Lost Boy. But let's see. Actually, let's get some more of their personality from here. Pile 3. Okay. Non-attachment, number 42. I feel like they kind of knew that they weren't going to have a long life. Like they made the most of the time that they were here, and they didn't really take anything too seriously. Yeah, freshness. their eyes almost like glowed, like they were just very bright and a lot of life in them. And I think that's what part of what made their passing so hard to accept, because this person seemed so full of life. Like they had so much to still do, and they wanted to be here, but they are at peace. And they knew coming into this life that it was going to be a short one for whatever reason. This is how it had to go. But they are having a great time as much as they miss everyone. They were really touched by the amount of love there was for them. We have discernment, far-sightedness, artfulness, which is that kind of quirky energy, and aspiration. Oh, we also have synergy coming out. Like this person had a lot of personality. And there's something about their story. Lion King could also be significant. Something about their story that's quite inspiring, or just how they were in the world. Again, they didn't really care what other people thought of them. Definitely quirky. They could have been into art or theatre. They wanted to help people. And I think they had quite unique eye colouring as well. Could have been kind of hazel or green is what I'm feeling there. And they may have worn hats a lot. Yeah. Okay. They weren't very conservative at all. Okay. You mean the world to me. Talk at our spot. Okay, that is too many, but it was my time. Cry it out. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. I remember our memories. They haven't forgotten you. They will be there with open arms when it is your time. But for right now, they get to kind of like cheer you on from the sidelines and let you have your own adventure. Notice predictable rhythms. Get out of your own way. Rest. Take some time out for yourself. And like, be silly, be goofy. Like the good old days. Make a wish. I feel like this person could be irritating at times. And sometimes it was intentional. Like, they just found it funny. They would do anything for a laugh. Creative flow. Could be you that's quite creative. Know yourself. Soul family. I know it feels like you were ripped off from time with this person. They are still very much with you. I know it's not the same, but you will see them again when it's time. And until then, they're going to keep an eye on you. They're going to cause a little bit of mischief in your life. Like they may like make the lights flicker, or there's something like that. Or like knocking on the doors. Significance of the crystal carnelian as well. And like going outside to play sport, but it's not like ultra serious. Birds are messengers from me, from heaven. Yeah. Okay, I feel like there's one more message. Hold on. Let me get one of these. Give more of your love to yourself. Be mindful what you say to and about yourself. You're listening, and work on you for you. Like, they were such a loving human being. They just had such a pure soul, and they just want you to like feel good and do good and love yourself. Let it out. It's okay. Let it out. Number 13 is significant as well. Sit outside with me. I'm grateful for you, and I'm so proud of you. They might have had a side to them that was quite guarded as well, but you guys were quite close. You were very special to them. You still are. Thank you so much for being here. That is all I have for you today. You are welcome to check out my other videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. I also do one-on-one readings through my website, along with shadow work tools and some other stuff on there. But thank you very much for trusting me with this. It is always an honor. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile 4, let's get into your reading. So we're going to start out getting evidence of who this person is to confirm it to you. It may be the person on your mind. It could be someone else wanting to step forward for you. Don't force it to fit. We don't always get the person that we were hoping for. Sometimes there isn't a message for us, but you're welcome to check out another pile or another video if it doesn't fit. But let's get into it. So this person, they were like a nature spirit. They were very down to earth, very humble, very funny, messy hair, either brown or ginger, freckles. They were quite sporty, athletic, but also kind of clumsy, lanky but strong, quite tall. They could eat a lot, but it's not like they would do that in one sitting. Like, they were just always kind of peckish, like they would snack, almost like how a bird eats. I don't know why it's coming through like that. That should make sense for you. Almost like a sleeper build. Like, people wouldn't expect them to be as strong as they were physically. Quite tall. This is a female coming through, kind of like a sisterly vibe. I'm not sure if you guys were related or not. Quite close in age. I think they were older, but just like two peas in a pod. When you guys were getting on, it was amazing. Sometimes you'd have your disagreements, but you'd always like make things right between the two of you. May have had a little bit of a tan, I'm not quite sure. There's significance of making bird sounds or whistling, having nicknames for each other. 1111 is a sign that they send you as well. Quite playful. You'd make jokes that no one else would get, and like mock each other as well, so it would sound like you guys were being horrific to each other, but that's just like how you communicated. There is a reference in terms of passing to the chest, specifically about here. I don't think it was asthma. I think it's connected to the passing. There's not a lot coming through around that, but there's relief of not suffering. And they either had or wanted to have a career connected to helping people. Now, someone kept a lock of their hair, and there's significance of a jewelry box. They also said there's a lot of memories of going on holidays, swimming, and then there's something about soccer, but then she like scoffed, so I'm not quite sure what that was. Might have been like a really big supporter of a certain team or something, I don't know. Or had opinions about soccer, something like that. And you were devastated when this person passed. Like, you guys were really close. You thought you guys would have your whole lives together, get to grow up together, grow old together. You were really good friends, really, really close. So if that is making sense for you, let's continue on. If not, again, you're welcome to go find another reading. I'm not here to be the reader for everyone. I'm here to get specific stuff, yeah? So let's continue on. They want you to have hope, speak up and advocate for yourself, stand your ground. Listen to Stand Up by the Feelers. there either is significance of that song for you, or there is a message in there in terms of the lyrics. They show you dolphins and ballerinas to let you know that they are around. And there's something to do with, I think, their funeral or memorial and balloons. It's like they just want you to know that, like, that's evidence for you that they are here, they're around. They were there. If you've been thinking about traveling, please do it. It's good for you. It's okay. I'm okay. I know you sit and talk to me. Might be significance of a horse as well. That just popped in. Let's see what else they want to say. I watch over you whenever you think or say my name. I am there. When it's your time, I'll be there with open arms. For now, live life to the fullest. Talk at our spot. That makes sense, because I was also getting the feeling of like either like parked up in a car talking somewhere, or going for a drive and just hanging out. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, like you guys definitely used to mock each other. There's something about someone isn't able to keep plants alive. I've found peace now. I'm okay. I send you angel numbers. It wasn't your fault. I send you signs through nature. So like they are trying to send you a lot of signs to let you know that they're okay and they're around. Let it out. Bottom of the deck is song lyrics, so definitely check out that song. It's Stand Up by the Feelers. Could also be another song that you like hear on the radio all the time, or it just seems to follow you. What else do you want to say? Past life healing. Okay. Fierce as fuck. I think what they're saying with that is like the past is the past, and they know that you haven't forgotten them, but you need to move forward as well. The world needs you. Yeah, if you're thinking about doing some sort of advocacy for a group of people, or it doesn't even have to be people, rise up. It is time. Do that. Celebrate your wins. You've come further than you realize. Talk to us. We hear you. You might even have a few people on the other side, because it feels like there's the presence of like 3 or 4 people, but they're like, we're going to let her talk this time. So this might be someone that you've been kind of worried about, if they're doing okay since they've passed, or it's had a lot of unsaid stuff. You are the change. It ends with you. Big on the advocacy. Look the challenge in the eye and wink. Okay, anything else? There's something about posture and like shoulder pain, or whether that's something that they used to struggle with, or if you're going through that at the moment. Look after yourself. Be mindful of not taking it all on your shoulders either. It's not yours to carry. Trust your intuition. Get out of your own way. Coming together. Curiosity. Follow the curiosity. Follow what lights you up. Think about the kind of impact you want to have. Give it the time it needs. Content with what I already have. And they love how honest you are. Like, you were always very straight with them. You would tell them what they needed to hear, tell them if they're being a dick, that kind of thing. You had a really cool bond. They saw you as family regardless of whether or not you are. Yeah. So I want to see, is there anything else around their personality that wants to come through? Invention and style. They are bringing up wanting you to work on self-love and anxiety. That could also be what the chest feeling was. Have more compassion for yourself. It's going to help. And they also like talk to you through the wind. So if you're at your spot, if you're somewhere by yourself at the beach, anything like that, and the wind suddenly comes up as you're talking to her, that is your confirmation. That is how you know she's around. Also the 1111, the dolphins and ballerinas. And again, I feel like there is a certain spot that you guys would go to hang out. It's very special. Very special. That is what I have for you today, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. It is an honor to do this work. I do have personal readings available through the link in bio. More so psychic stuff rather than mediumship. I'm still developing this, but reach out if you would like anything. I also do lives on TikTok once a week. Take care, my loves. I hope to see you in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.